Hello everyone, and welcome to Karenia's Room. So I want to talk about a specific thing that I've seen pop up, obviously for months now, but specifically I want to talk about this because this is another thing that's kind of just blowing up and going crazy. So recently, and by recently I mean about 2 days ago, and especially for yesterday, there were two tweets that I had seen that blew up a lot on Twitter that really have bugged me ever since I first seen them, and I really want to talk about them because they kind of hand themselves to anime. The first tweet I want to talk about simply is just a tweet that I saw from a user called Ollie London, who before this whole thing I had no idea who this person was, but looking into them, they are pretty infamous because they have called themselves transracial in the past and have gone through multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars of surgery to make themselves look like a K-pop star, which I think is kind of very weird and very just sad, especially considering the type of person that they are, which they are very of an anti-transgender kind of, I guess, activist, I guess is what you would call it, but they're kind of like a media figure, and I'm sure they're one of the people out there that are very quick to call transgender people very mentally ill, which, coming from the guy who calls himself transracial and spends money to make himself look like a K-pop star, including various types of plastic facial surgery, is very rich. It's very rich. But they made a tweet in April 28th, so about 2 days ago from the recording of this video, where they were talking about a Montana transgender representative of the state of Montana in the United States named Zoe Zephyr, and they tried to make an expose on them. And there's a whole expose linked to some other Twitter account, but we're not going to get into that because the funny part is this original tweet. So this transgender representative, who Ollie London is out here trying to completely denigrate, shares an old tweet from Ms. Zoe Zephyr relating to some kind of sexual tweet that they had attached to a picture that was drawn by an artist named Sakon of a nature from Genshin Impact of the characters Tartaglia and Lumine. Well, in this picture it's tagged as a child, but that's his code name, but his name is Tartaglia as well. And they were attached to this tweet, and they tried to, as you can see on the screen, label it as a Lolita anime cartoon, and they describe it as a form of sexual anime where minors are depicted engaging in intercourse, which is all types of just, huh? Now this is being used, as I mentioned before, just as a easy way to denigrate this person, and is very delusional, because first of all, they're calling this a anime cartoon, which is redundant, because anime are cartoons, but Lolita is the one that's very striking in this, because I don't know if you've seen this picture, ain't none of these people lollies. You want a lolly on the screen? Here you go. This is what a lolly looks like. It doesn't look like Lumine or Tartaglia from Genshin Impact, and I really don't get how you can even call this unless you have a specific agenda against this person and you want to make them look bad. Because these are two adult characters. So where do you get off? I imagine part of this is just making it because height and whatever, oh, she's shorter than him and whatever. Like, men and women are shorter and taller than one another. Like, these things happen. Height changes. And a lot of the times, women are shorter than men. That doesn't make anything negative about this. They're both adults, dude. And I think this is like a really dumb thing to rake Ms. Zephyr over the coals for. But, it fits his base. It gets what he wants to do. Wants to demonize this person, make them seem like the worst big bad out there, even though what they've posted on Twitter is almost equivalent to anything that, like, anybody could post and would just seem as cringe. I don't get it, dude. But the one that really drives me crazy is this recent tweet from Jackson Hinkle, who is another conservative commentator of some kind, who I've mostly known because there's memes about him with MAGA communism, like Trump and communism, very weird, who just blatantly says anime, and I stress anime, the whole medium, is for pedophiles. The whole thing. The whole shebang. And he says this For what reason, I don't know, but he follows up his tweet with a bunch of pro-anime accounts that are like tweeting at him, trying to defend this whole thing. And it's really strange. And like, yeah, some of these accounts that are tweeting him, and by some I mean basically tons of them, and some of these I can't even show on the screen because they're either of a lewd nature or they have certain slurs which I cannot repeat on this website. But a lot of them are lolicons, and the kind of people that would come out for this. And that is a specific word that everybody freaks out about, and I do not understand why. They're like, lolly, whoa, scary. It's like Voldemort, dude. But this is like the forbidden word, even though it's been in anime parlance for decades. But that's neither here nor there. A lot of the people who reply to him are lolicons, and whatever you think of them, right? Whether you're pro-lolicon or you're anti-lolicon, that's up to you. I'm not here to make a judgment call on you. I have my own opinions, and I'm just going to leave it there. But even then, like, this is not specifically being targeted towards the lolicons. This is being targeted to anime as a whole. And I don't know if you've seen a lot of the discourse online, but something tells me that anime as a medium is not for these people. Think about it, because that means every single show, including even the most banal of things, but yet everyone and their mother who watches anime is this. Now, he's getting quite quote tweeted here, like, it's quite crazy. There are 1,400 people quote tweeting this guy, and just most of the responses to his thread are literally denigrating him because it's a very stupid point. Like, granted, are there people like that in the anime sphere? Absolutely. And depending on how you view certain types of content, there absolutely is a lot. If you view lolicons in that way, then yeah, you will probably see it that way. But I don't think that most people who simply watch stuff like Demon Slayer, or people who watch Gintama, or anybody's watching Dragon Ball Z or anything like this, belongs in the same group of people who usually get lumped in with the people who watch stuff like Boku no Pico or Kodomo no Jikan, two properties which I'm not going to put on the screen because I do not want to put that on the screen, but they serve my point. I really hate this push from a lot of people on the hard right and a lot of people in the liberal sphere. Liberal, I don't know why I said it like that, who just want to denigrate anime by making it seem like it's just a bunch of dirty predators. It is a medium of animation that tells a story. It's beautiful art, it's great characters and whatever. Same with cartoons and comic books and all this sort of stuff. And we denigrate this entire thing to make our opponents look bad, or if we just don't like the medium, just to shit on them and like say the worst things possible about them. And I really think that is completely unfair. Like, I have my opponents in the political sphere and in the anime sphere. Like, do I think people who consume certain types of content, like lolly or Shotokan, are like the most well-adjusted people in the world? No, I really don't. But do I think that they should all be locked up? No, not really. If that makes me on the side of them, I guess it does. Just the same as I wouldn't want you locked up for wanting gay anime, or like lesbian anime or whatever, or certain types of representation. I don't care. But anyway, before this gets too rambly, I just want to say, man, can we stop with the witch hunting? Can we stop with the crazy comments? Like, we're getting the return of the satanic panic now with anime. You know, a decades-old conflict that's literally started ages and ages and ages ago, but was mostly popular in the 80s and stuff like the 70s and 80s when it came to rock and roll music and the internet and video games. And now we're getting into anime. Like, there's a certain subset of these old conservative people who still hold these crazy, like, traditional opinions on what kids should and shouldn't be doing, and should, like, what media is good and what media is, like, rotten, satanic, devil stuff. And I really don't like that. And now we have the return of, you know, these cartoons are making your kids gay, or these like sick cartoons are enjoyed by predators and blah 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 and all this stuff. And like, I think we just need to take a chill pill, okay? This is a medium that has a wide variety of media and various different types of genres that can be enjoyed by everybody. This is not a one-to-one thing, and I don't think we should demonize people for simply liking what they like. We should be adults in this situation. Even if you are not personally an adult, you should still be kind of adult in this situation and learn to live and let live for the most part. Like, if people are genuinely doing stuff that is evil, call them out for it. Do what you can to get them to stop doing evil. But over pointless anime drama, dude? Let's get real. Anyway, that's it for me. My name is Karenia, and you are always welcome in Karenia's room. I'll see you guys later.